Hey, you. All right, now, this message is specifically for you because you have finally tuned in. Thank you for your time. Like I always say, time is the most expensive gift because you cannot get it back, whether it be elapsed or delayed. So, really quick, I was on a call this morning. The Get Up, as y'all know, the Get Up Show, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram with Authentic Larissa Barclay. And, there were a lot of weapons that were formed, but oh, baby, trust and believe they didn't prosper. So, one thing that stuck out to me is that I was, participating in the chat per usual, and we were talking about power and how there is power in silence. You don't have to react to everything, and every action doesn't deserve a reaction, especially when coming to the narcissist. You have a lot of people in this world who can take your words and twist them up, just like the tabloids and, the blogs and things of that nature, or you see even in movies. People will take your words and they'll twist them, or you'll see somebody else's words and they're twisted and they're like, I didn't say that. Excuse me. And they'll play the real version and it'll be chopped up in bits and pieces. But that's why you're watching this video, because you are out here, thank you, Holy Spirit, you are out here defending yourself when you don't have to, because God is already taking care of it. God is already defending you. That's why there is power in your silence. See, people want you to stammer and basically back yourself up, but you don't have anything to prove to anyone. The only thing that you need to prove to God is that you are walking in your purpose. That's it. That's all. If God is with you, then who can be against you, chosen one? Let me tell you something. There is power in silence. And on top of that, guess what? Your silence can never be misquoted. And I say that because guess what? Oh, and I love this quote. Thanks again, Holy Spirit. I love this quote. And I'm pretty sure you heard it before. And if you have heard it, go ahead and like this video. Give me a like. I'm about to say it. Go ahead and like it if you heard it. If you see two people, I'm about to say it. Slow down, Jazz. If you see two people arguing, or they're fighting, or they're in a debacle, or whatever, what have you, whatever they're doing, and they're going at it, whether it's physically or verbally, in the physical, you see two people. Yes, they have their flaws, of course. Nobody's perfect. Yes, they may have more than... To me, personally, there's actually three sides to every story. All right? There's one side, there's the other, and then there's the truth. But let's say you walk up on two people, and they're going at it, and they're arguing. If you walk up on them, and you just either pass by or you just stand right there, you don't know who the fool is. You don't know who's right and who's wrong. So that I want you to take that with you, and I want you to apply it to your life, and I want you to carry it with you as you go along in your walk with God, because he does not have to have you out here proving yourself to people when God is already doing that for you. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. So whenever you think about getting revenge, or you think about, you have to defend yourself over and over again, you don't have to do that, because there's power in silence. Look, silence is a superpower, and silence takes discipline. Of course, as we're coming up, you're going to want to defend yourself, because ain't nobody about to play with you. Ain't nobody about to sit here and talk to you any kind of way. But at the same time, guess what? If you have, like I always say, I am a empath and I am a chosen one. And I love it because, like I said, it's a superpower. And you, chosen one, you as an empath, you're going to have to find that, you're going to have to dig down on the inside. You're going to have to do that inner work. You're going to have to do that heart work, which is hard work, to actually harness your silence, because every action doesn't deserve a reaction. You're going to have people out here who talk about you. You're going to have people out here who try to slander your name and drag your name through the mud. But like I said, if God is with you, then who can be against you? God is already fighting your battles for you. You and your name and your purpose and who you are in God's creation is already your name and your presence in rooms that you haven't even surfaced yet. Your name is in rooms where you haven't even turned the door yet. Turn the doorknob, you know what I mean. But no, chosen one. As somebody who, I'm not going to hold you. I have a slick mouth. I'm very quick. When you are witty and when you have a slick mouth, you have this to go along with it. But I learned to hush this and use these, because guess what? You can't talk and listen at the same time. See, if you were to actually heighten your spiritual discernment and you were to actually be quiet and let people talk, people will tell you who they are. Because guess what? If you're so bent on getting what you need to say out, if you're so bent on defending yourself to any and everybody, you're focused on yourself. You're like, oh, I gotta get this out. I gotta say this because he ain't gonna play me, or she ain't about to talk to me like that, bro. So on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? So if you are so busy on defending yourself instead of letting God do it for you, you're not going to hear, and you're not really going to be present in that conversation with the other person. You give people time and they will show you. What was that? Oh my gosh. I don't know what that that's scary. Y'all heard that? Oh, is that a confirmation? I think something up under my cabinet. But anyway, it's a distraction. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So like I said before, God is already fighting your battles for you. So every action doesn't deserve a reaction. So if somebody is out here, now I ain't say be no doormat now. I ain't say all that. But you're probably, if you are at the point of your life where you have to snap at any and everything, then this video is really not for you just yet, because you haven't harnessed your superpower as an empath. When you are quiet and when you are silent, silence cannot be misquoted. If you're quiet, guess what? They can't say, oh, she said that. Or when you're quiet and you're just watching, you're observing, they can't say, oh, he said that. He over there just talking. He just be talking all the time. If you're quiet, guess what? Everybody's gonna know, what is she thinking? Or what he got going on. He always looking. And I see he be paying attention. He be looking. He be scoping. But he doesn't say much. He just listens. Because once you tap into that spiritual discernment, and once you learn how to turn this off and turn these up and on, your life will go a lot smoother. And that's coming from a place of growth. Now, silent, it's easier said than done. I'm gonna tell you something, but at the same time, you have to know who you are. Once you know who you are, you don't have to defend yourself to any and everybody, because nobody knows anybody eternally. Like, you can never, no matter if it's your child, your spouse, your best friend, even your twin, you will never know anybody 100%. And God looks at the heart. Us humans, we judge by the flesh, but God sees the intentions of the heart. See, God sees what people are really about. God sees things that you don't. God hears conversations that you don't. So with that being said, he is fighting your battles, and just trust him. Like I said, you need to just calm down, okay, and know that God is fighting the battles. But not only that, it's going to take a lot of inner work to harness that silence, because once you know your worth, and once you find out who you are, and once you walk in your purpose, and once you know who you are, and once it's confirmed with the Most High, you'll have a peace that surpasses all understanding. People will look at you and be like, that ain't nothing but God. People will look at you and be like, she's wise. Because guess what? If you're having a conversation and you're doing this, 9 times out of 10, you are listening to reply. You're not listening to be attentive. Once you harness that superpower of being silent and know that your silence cannot be misquoted, you'll sit back you relax and you enjoy the show. And that helps with a lot of spiritual discernment too. This goes for relationships, you know. Us humans, we want love, we crave love. That is how God created us. That's fine. But every single person in your life doesn't need to know everything about you. Every single person in your life doesn't need to come over your house. Every single person that you like doesn't need to know your whole life story. It's okay to be quiet sometimes. I'm the type of person where I used to be where if I'm having a conversation and I really like a guy, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna show him how smart I am, but by the words I use, by the way I slow down, Jazz. By the way I articulate myself, I'm gonna show him because I need to show him what he's getting with me. I want him to think I'm smart. Now, I don't care what you think. Okay, as long as long as God is in my corner and he's fighting my battles for me, I'm cool on it. So like I say, once you harness that silence, know that it can't be misquoted, but it's going to take inner work, chosen one. You're going to have to get to know yourself. You're going to have to know your self-worth. How much are you worth? Do you know? Put it in the comments. So I just want to, like I said before, chosen one, thank you for your time. And remember, your silence can never, ever, ever be misquoted, all right? Dream, snooze, or lose. You choose. Until next time.